Welcome, Professor Yoshino, to India on behalf of ITS India Forum, think tank, non-government think tank on intelligent transport system in India. I extend heartiest welcome to you at India, and thank you very much for sparing so much time for ITS India Forum to attend our various meetings and accompany us to Niti Aayog to explain the spillover effect, and meeting to the Vice Chairman Niti Aayog along with RIS and ITS. So I'm very grateful and thankful to you, Professor, and welcome you to India and ITS on behalf of ITS Forum. After a couple of things, during last 2-3 days, we heard about the spillover impact. Since I lead ITS India Forum, I'll be asking my questions more focused towards how we can take use of this. Because why let me give a little background about ITS India Forum. Actually, ITS India Forum is a non-government think tank. We created actually to trickle down the effect of transportation development to the last mile people. As you know, in last couple of decades or even more, the government has spent a lot of money in building our infrastructure, be it road or be it the railways, dedicated freight corridors, smart cities. A lot of huge investment has been put by the government into this, which are more than many trillion US dollars equivalent. But if you see, this has given a good impact to the economy. But when you look at the holistically, it seems something more needs to be done to so that the last person or the citizens enjoy the benefit of this infrastructure development. So here probably it couldn't reach to the last mile people in that fashion as it should have been. For example, say you visited, you are in India for last 2-3 days, you see the traffic jams is a routine phenomena in a capital city, Delhi. Go forward to other cities, it's a more or less similar scenario or maybe even worse. Road safety, unfortunately, maximum number of fatalities and takes place in India itself. Same way, logistic cost is also a little high. So how we can integrate these things, use technology, because India does generally good in technology, trickle down this benefits to the last mile. The people feel no congestion, and if there is no congestion, then probably it's good for the environment. The pollution in the Delhi and cities will reduce, and the cost optimization will come. Similarly, the safety will enhance the economy and all. So there is a plain thinking, I think, and the ITS India Forum is doing good into it. Now my question to you, Professor, how do you think that spillover effect that your studies can make an impact on improving this ITS India ITS initiative which I am trying to do, because it will be requiring a lot of money. If we want to make all highways safe, we have to put ATMS system. That may itself cost some 8 to 10 billion US dollar equivalent money. If we want to make all cities smart, maybe another 8 to 10 billion US dollar may be required. So the government, of course, cannot put so much public money into this. And if there is an impact which you can showcase from in spillover impact, we may attract more public PPP model, or even government also feel assured, yeah, the money is likely to come, or the private investors may feel a little more comfort. So would you throw some light on this, Professor?
Yes, I think intelligent transport system will have a big spillover impacts. If I see in New Delhi,
Yes.
congestion is huge. In Japan, there's a tracking system. If some road is very much congested, then you should go to another route that can reduce the congestion.
Yes.
Secondly, we have a train system. If some of the tram car is very much crowded compared to the next train, then the next train will come a little bit faster so that they can take much more people. So I think intelligent transport system will contribute a huge reduction of the cost of the people, congestion costs, and also their working ethics. Secondly, internet, broadband,
Yes.
those intelligent network will make people to work from home sometimes, and that can reduce the commuting cost and commuting time. And then they can keep on working at home for 5-6 hours without being disturbed by others. That can increase the efficiency of their works. That is also the contribution to the people. Those are the spillover impacts. And as for road safety, as you mentioned, in Japan, if there's some traffic accident, then the following cars immediately informed by broadband, then there's accident. That can avoid another traffic accident. So I think intelligent transport system cost a lot. However, those spillover impacts in surrounding regions and individuals, if we compute all of them together, the investment is worthwhile. So it is important to compute those spillover effects created by digital infrastructure and transport infrastructure and so on will be very important in case of India.
Thank you very much, Professor. In fact, this is the thought I had been carrying over for a decade and in a mission mode. Thank you. With your studies, you validated it. I will just share some data, Professor. In fact, then, for example, the road safety, the number of fatalities which takes place in India last year, it was 1.68 lakh people died on Indian roads. More than 4.5 lakh accident took place, and that's a routine feature since last few years, more or less. Similar number, 150,000 plus people die on Indian roads. One study was done by one of the prominent IIT, the premier institute in India. They found out the economic impact of the road safety itself is approximately 3% of the GDP, Indian GDP. That's a huge number. If you consider Indian GDP as 3.75 trillion US dollar, though it's slightly more, but let's say we go with the last official figure, 3.75 trillion US dollar. 3% of this is huge money, big money. This money is being wasted in this. Similarly, the congestion, you said very rightly. One study was done in Bangalore, which is known as the IT hub of India. In 1 year, in 2017-18, when they did this study, they found that because of congestion, a lot of people, man hours are wasted into there. Then apart from the pollution it creates, if those are converted into the monetary, the impact was 20,000 crore Indian rupees. That's again big money, roughly 3.5 billion US dollar equivalent in one city. If you put across the all cities in India, this may be again very high figure, something like the safety. So if you put together something 5 to 6% of the GDP is lost in only these two things, which in my ITS in India forum, our philosophy says these 5-6% can be solved easily with the help of technology. What do you?
Yes, I think first it is important to measure how much spillover effects will be created.
Correct.
By reducing congestion and reducing number of accidents.
Yes.
So in India, there are lots of ideas. Okay, everybody understands. Yes, that is true, but we have to show approximately how much amount.
Exactly.
I think that is a role of my research and conducted together with Indian scholars and experts. I think that is very important.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Professor, thanks. And I'm very honored that we did a joint research for calculating the spillover of digital infrastructure. And with your support, we could, and I must share with our viewers that Professor is an expert into the spillover, is a globally known for the spillover, calculating spillover impact of the various initiatives or interventions made by the government. One such study which we did together was calculating the spillover impact of digital infrastructure. There has been, when we were doing, in India, the data is not centralized. It's not digitally available like Japan or other Western countries. So it took some time for us to deliberate, go into the deed. Finally, we decided that we'll take the official data, which is on the RBI website in the public domain. And we calculated with the help of professor. He suggested that, and we took many assumptions, the conservative assumptions, so that we didn't go overboard. With those conservative assumptions, it came out around 14.2, yeah, Professor?
14.6%.
14.6% spillover. That's a big number. And if we take it a realistic, giving some reducing those conservative assumptions, maybe around 18 to 20%. So, and that's a positive thing that first time. So the spillover effect, theoretically, as Professor rightly said, everybody knows. Yeah, if you make a road or if you improve this, it's going to create a business or things go there. But how to quantify at the beginning and what impact? So like we know now 15% is approximately spillover over a period of time. So now the government can take, it can be made it part of the RFP or the planning process itself that this is going to create. So the BOT operators or the PPP things can come. They can take care of it and pre-decided. So there is no favoritism or something, difficulty in decision making. These can be done. Professor, in some countries you had already recommended this. Would you like to show some light on that?
Okay. I did many research on selected Asian countries. One is the expressway of Philippines, then railway in Uzbekistan, and highway in Vietnam, and high-speed train in Japan. So I did lots of research on spillover effects. So I hope we can work together and to compute the impact of various infrastructures, including digital infrastructure, transport infrastructure, and I hope we can get some of those numbers that can convince the people that is very important for the development of India.
Thank you very much, Professor. One last, I must say thank to you for your visit to India and given a lot of insight to ITS Forum also with your long experience, and soon we'll be associating to work out this spillover impact of ITS on the transportation infrastructure and the economy as a whole. I hope we'll be learning a lot from your collaboration.
Yes, I hope we can work together and to get those estimated numbers. That is very important for the development rate.